I hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to be moving on to doing the belly and kind of the back of the leg here. So this is how I've got on. So it turned out I didn't need to go and make the first stitches longer on this bit because the second colour was also the same colour. So that's how that one worked. It made a lot more sense once I read the stitch chart again, which I recommend doing. Keep tabs on that because you find it a lot easier. So I did in some places do 2 layers of the colour just because I'd done the first stitches quite short, and I did do some longer stitches, a bit like in the cuckoo, on the main cuckoo body, making them longer. That was kind of how I did this bit. So we're going to be moving on to doing the belly and kind of this bit, the under bit of the stag. So I've got my colour and I'm going to be starting doing the leg here and blending it into the first colour. We're actually using the same colour as well as we used on the chest and the back, the middle. So I'm just going to check the best place to start. Ooh. So we just start from, just check from around here it looks like. And I'm just going to come. Oh, nope, that's the wrong way to do it. I'll just do it as a little seeding stitch. So we're going to be coming up, up in there like that, and down where I put that seeding stitch. I think this might be a case of where I need to sometimes almost do 2 layers of the stitching. I'm really wanting to come up into this darker brown just to get the nice shading, a bit like we have here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do almost like a second layer of the stitch just because I didn't come far enough down, I don't think. It's a bit of a wet day, you might be able to hear in the video, so it's a perfect day for stitching here in Appleby today, that's for certain. I've just been checking the main picture in the back because there's a big blow up of it, and the stitches are quite long here, so maybe I don't need to do 2 layers. I think I'll try doing them long, and if it doesn't look quite right, I can always go and put in some smaller ones on the top just to make sure that it's more that I want to make sure that it's secure more than anything. I feel like I need to take a look back at my cuckoo just to see how long those stitches were. In there, just to make sure that there's no gaps in there. So I finished doing the back leg. I ended up just doing the big stitches mainly because after looking at the picture, realised that was what you were meant to do. So we've done this, but we've stopped here because tomorrow we'll be going on to doing the legs, and they're done in the satin stitch in a double thread. So we're just gonna do the belly now, which is in a lighter brown colour, and that's what I'm gonna start now. I'm just gonna check the direction I'm meant to be coming up in so I don't make that mistake again as well. We're gonna come up and down. And down. Just following the curve of the leg to start with. I think I've got my thread a tad too long today. It seemed the right length when I did it. And here's where I'll start coming up through there. Some smaller stitches. So I've just got the picture up next to me just to help me know that I'm doing it right, almost. It's just a nice little extra bit of confidence to see what you're doing. Although I definitely think my belly stitches look too long. They're definitely too long. So what I'm going to do is, because I've already got the thread, I'm going to keep doing the smaller ones, do it slightly smaller, and then I'm going to go back in because I have the thread with me, and I will make them do it that way. I might then have to go in just so we can get some of the nice shading. Just going to put that there so you don't really want the belly going halfway up the stag, which was starting to happen. I was right that they weren't long enough. The good thing is with this, you can just go back, you can stitch over the top of what you've already done, rectify mistakes, which we all know I make a lot of. so that's good. And we'll do the odd one, which comes up like this. Sometimes hard when you've gone from doing the leaves and the flowers where you've got a much smaller stitch to second guess myself quite a lot. But that's all part of the fun of it. Still do a few big ones because that's what there is in the picture. It helps give that blending effect. I just hope that it works doing the middle bit, that it doesn't get rid of this completely, but I can go back over. But the great thing about these kits is there are plenty of extra wools in there, so when you make these mistakes you don't have to worry about running out of wool. Now, looking at the picture, I started this bit too far back. Yes I did. So we'll be doing a lot more in the colour. But the good thing is, like I said, it's okay, we can rectify these mistakes and it still look nice. And part of the fun is working it out and working out those mistakes and finding ways to cover them in. So, do that like that. It looks very odd at the moment, but what I'm going to do is just get my next thread. I'm just going to go back in with that brown and try and patch it all together, so then we'll have almost a complete stag body, which is what we want. So I'm going to want to come up here and there. Threads come off. I'm using the direction of the other stitches to help kind of guide these ones so we're not too off. So I've rectified the mistake and we finished the belly. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. I just went in over the top, but I made sure that you were still getting the belly coming up higher in some places as well. So tomorrow we're going to be moving on to doing this part of the leg and the rest of the legs. And I think once I've done those, I might go back and do a bit more on the belly, but it's hard to tell sometimes if I've maybe made it a bit too small this time. But I'm going to see what it looks like with the legs on, and we can always go back and make changes. So I will see you tomorrow when we go on to the legs.